solid defense might be an understatement. For my money, Joe Braverman's the best defender on tour.
It's hard to disagree with you.
Oh,
great hands from Braverman.
Oh, missed opportunity.
Our 5 keys to defensive mastery. Number 1, mentality. The mentality that when you're warming up for the first 30 minutes of rec play, you're not going to miss a ball in the net. You're really going to challenge yourself to make balls. When you get to the courts and you warm up, do not miss a ball in the net. Do not miss a ball in the net. It kills me when I miss a ball in the net. So I'm going to warm up right now with my sister, and I have one goal. I'm going to make every single ball over the net for the next 50 balls. So I'm not even hitting good ones, and I'm okay with that. They're okay, right? But I'm kind of learning my range right now because I just got here and I'm just warming up. I'm learning my range, and I'm going to make sure not one of these balls go into the net. I was actually watching Kristen, my wife who's filming right now. I was watching some of her league matches the other night live, and she had a partner who was missing in the net. And he said, "Hey, can I get some advice from you?" And I said, "Yeah, stop missing." And he kind of laughed at me, and I said, "No, I'm serious. You're a 4-2 duper. Why are you missing so many balls in the net? Just give yourself more margin." And after the match, he said to me, "Oh my God, that was really good advice." I'll never forget, I was playing with Jesse Irvin the other week, and we warmed up, and we went 35 minutes of a full warm up, and I realized she hadn't missed a ball in the net in 35 minutes. All right, so now I feel like I've made a bunch of balls, and I'm just gonna start now trying to be maybe a little bit more precise. I missed there. That's okay. I'm gonna learn my range. So I'm gonna miss these high. I refuse to miss these in the net. I refuse to miss this in the net. So I don't mind hitting that high because I refuse to miss in the net. Number 2, stability. You can't defend if you're moving. We have to find that calm in the storm, that stillness, and that stability. So this is kind of the crux of pickleball, when to move and when to stop. So let's say I hit a high ball, right? And I think I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna be stable. The number 1 mistake I see my students make is they hit a high ball and they back up and they're moving trying to hit. Versus if you hit a high ball, hold your ground and find stability.
Fudge immediately feel.
Number 3, get low, baby. Ass to the grass. ATG. Put it on a Jilly B hat. So I hit a high ball. I'm gonna be stable. Here's a high ball. Stable, stable, stable. I'm not saying never move backwards. Move backwards, but you have to find stability. Ass to the grass. ATG, baby. Chris and I always have this joke. If I'm on my knees, you know I'm not missing a ball, ever. Natalie, go ahead. In all seriousness, try and win this point. Here you go. In all seriousness, try and win this point. Leah, it's coming for you. Anyone who doesn't believe me should go and do this drill. Right? It's actually really hard to miss from this stable point. So if you haven't tried this, go try it. When we feel like we're gonna be attacked, we really wanna keep our paddle up, feel our posture not change, keep that face in the kitchen, as I like to say, chin in the kitchen, and really just be here for the counter, be here for it. I always teach my students, if you don't leave my camp and think to yourself, I hope this mother effer attacks me. If that's not the mentality you're leaving my camp with, I owe you a refund. I want you to step on the court and think to yourself, I hope this idiot, my opponent, attacks me. That's how good my counters are. And that starts with really good posture. So come take a look at kind of my posture as I get attacked. cone of power. We're gonna keep everything in that cone. I'm gonna feel like I meet the ball really early, out in front of me. And it's a really small move. If that's a really scary feeling for people, you can do the same thing behind the line. If you don't want to be here, like me, no big deal. You can be here, but don't break your posture. I even like it a little more offline because then you can move forward through the attack. See that? I'm not breaking and losing my posture. If you want great defense, you have to be great in transition. And I want to show you how easy it is to be great in transition. If you're stable, if you're low, if you have no grip pressure, and if you can get your paddle down and away from you. So you guys are gonna try and beat us. And so notice where we're not standing. We're not standing in the zone of death back here. We're standing truly in transition. If you hit me one, Natalie, this is the biggest mistake I see. They let it get close to themselves and then they flip their hand. But watch, it's just a meet, right? I'm gonna use her own pace and do nothing with the ball. Nothing. Nothing. Zero has to be so light, so light. We want our grip pressure 3 out of 10 here. So loose the paddle could fall out of our hand. Yep. You. So I'm just absorbing the ball, absorbing it. Good. You. Me. You. Number 4, clog middle. Always go to the highest likelihood position on the court to cover a high ball. So if you're doing this drill at home and you do get a high ball, I do want you to rip it. These are low. But if I get a high one, I am gonna try and rip it. Yep. So I don't want you to practice resetting from here high balls. You. Me. You. Number 5, belief. Believe that if you can touch a ball anywhere on your paddle face, you're gonna make the ball. Not just over the net, but the mentality that you touch it, you make it. My mom taught me that growing up playing competitive tennis. You touch the ball on your paddle, you can make that ball. If you start to live by that credo, you will make balls you never thought were possible. Out. Touch a ball, you make a ball. Touch a ball, you make a ball. Touch a ball, you make a ball. One of my absolute biggest pet peeves in pickleball is when my partner turns their back on the ball. Guys, it's a plastic ball with holes in it. You can get any ball on the court. I promise you that. No matter your skill watching this, do not turn your back when the ball is moderately high. I do understand if it's a literal overhead in your face, but most of the time it's not. It's moderately high. And I see too many people, which is even worse than putting your paddle down and facing the ball. I see too many people actually turn sideways and turn their back. So let's really just keep that mentality that if you can touch the ball on your paddle face, you can make that ball. I'm telling you, it all starts with a mentality. And I love so much that my mom taught me that from an early age. And I'll never forget the 6 months we were working on this. I was like 9 years old playing tennis. And she said, I'm gonna run you around this court. And I just wanna see that you can touch your tennis racket, even the frame to the ball. Don't worry about making the ball. And we spent probably 6 months doing that. And she was totally right. It started to translate to, well, okay, now I'm touching it, but I'm making it. It took some time. And that's why it's a mentality. It takes work, it takes effort. I promise you can get there too. Another facet of amazing defense is anticipation, knowing where to cover. Great players always give up one spot on the court. And why is that? It's to cover the outcome with the highest likelihood. And where is that normally going to be? It's going to be middle. And something I see from almost all of my students is when they hit a high ball or their partner hits a high dink, right? Hit it high, you die. One of my least favorite phrases in pickleball. They hit it high and they back up and they put their paddle down and they cover about 8 inches, the space between their 2 knees or the width of their paddle. Where should you go? Cover middle. Put your paddle up, spring middle, give up everything behind you. Spring middle, give up everything behind you. Create a wall with your partner. So when in doubt, cover middle. If you want incredible defense and incredible anticipation, start trying to cover the highest percentage place on the court. You make the mess, you clean up the mess. Cover middle, cover middle, cover middle. I'm Jilly B, and I hope after watching this video, you're gonna love defense as much as I do. Drop in the comments any questions you have on all things defense, and let me know what next video you guys want me to make. Pickleball is joy, y'all.